What is happening, guys? Jim the Game Guru. Okay, today's video I want to dig into Spaceteam. This is a game that I recently picked up and played with my family. A very, very light party game. I mean, when I say light, I'm talking light party game. No special superpowers, no special actions, no nothing. This game is all about chaotic gameplay. It's about learning to fix things simultaneously and yelling at the other players in the room in order to achieve an objective together. And in this objective in this game is to survive in a spaceship, to fix the ship within 5 minutes and survive. And if you don't, then you lose together. So it's a win together and lose together type of game. So in Spaceteam, what happens is there are two decks that people are going to be using. One has got anomalies and malfunctions in the deck. And that is going to be this orange deck right here. So the ones with the orange backs are going to be your malfunctions and anomalies. And what's really interesting about this deck is that it's got the special plastic that it's made with for all these cards. It's not the type of plastic that you can just drown in a pool, but at the same time, it's a little different. It feels it's heavy. Like this, even this small deck right here has actually got some weight to it based on this type of plastic. The other thing is the tools over here, which are in with the blue deck right here. In this game, you sit around in a circle because you got to pass cards adjacently, either to the right or to the left. So if somebody else across the table needs it, you cannot pass the card across the table. You have to basically pass a tool card this way or this way. So every player is going to get a small stack of malfunctions and anomalies from the base deck. And then they'll get these dealt out. So here you go. So here's an example of a malfunction. So this malfunction right here is going to require a tool, each one of these two tools right here. One tool that has this, and then the other tool that has this. And the symbols for those tools down here will actually match the symbols on the tool cards. And then there are some malfunctions that don't have the actual icon of the tool. They'll have a kind of like an icon symbol there, right there, like stars and moons or lightning. So those type of things could be present as well on each of the malfunctions. And then what happens is you say, hey, I need this. I need this. So everyone's doing that. Everyone's got their own malfunctions going, hey, I need to fix this malfunction. Does anybody have this? And then this is what creates all the chaos in the game and everyone's screaming at each other. So then somebody might need a specific tool based on an icon. So if we look at our tools here. So here we go. Here's our tools. So you can see the different icons on the tools. And these will all match the malfunctions like I talked about before. Or if the icons don't match, then one of if the main icon for the tool doesn't match, then one of the icons at the very top could match. Just like I said before with the lightning or the stars and moons. And there's different kinds of the little types at the very top left of the card. So as long as you have one of those, you can actually fix a malfunction with one of those cards. So every player gets some tools in their hand, and then they go ahead and pass them around. Eventually what's going to happen is that not all players, but maybe all players, it depends on where these type of cards land, but there's certain special cards like this. As you can see that, this is part of a spaceship. And what happens is when you have all of these parts of the spaceship in the center of the table, because as you're going through your malfunctions and your anomalies, what's going to happen is you're eventually going to get to a part of a spaceship, and then you put that in the center of the table. When you have all 6, you fix the ship and you survive. And you have to do it, because this game uses the hourglass, right? This is a 5-minute timer. You have to do all of this within 5 minutes. Now let's take a look at the anomalies. The anomalies in this game are things that each player is going to have in their deck, and what's going to happen is when they get to it, they have to read out the anomaly, and the entire team has to do whatever it says. They're basically time wasters. So you have 5 minutes on the clock, but the anomalies are there in the game. It's the game's way of saying, can we waste some time so that they cannot fix their issues? So this is one of my favorite ones called Robot. It says, don't use your thumbs for the rest of the game. game, as you can see right there. That is Robot. And all the anomalies look the same. They all have the same type of look to them. Like even like here, right here, tool stuck. The same type of design on there, but maybe a different icon at the very top. But they'll say different things. Like this one says you gotta to unstick your player's tools. You say 1, 2, 3, pull. And then there's another one where you have to pass. Everyone passes their tool cards to the right or pass their tool cards to the left. And then there's another one where you have to actually get up and move. You have to actually change your seat. So simple things like that are in this game. So very, very simple things. No, like I said before, no magic powers, no special abilities, no special actions. It's just fix the ship within time or you all die and you lose the game. There are several expansions for this. Actually, 2 expansions for this. There's one that's like a not safe for work expansion. And then there's this one, which is Triangulum. All this one does is it adds additional cards to the game. So if you want to make the game harder, if you've already mastered this game, like your group has already mastered this game on hard, you can actually get one of the expansions, and then that will actually make it harder because it'll throw more cards into the decks, and it makes it harder to go through and cycle through the decks in order to get to the ship parts. But that's really it. It's a fun, chaotic party game. We had a good time with it, and I'm actually kind of surprised we had that much fun with it, but it was very, 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 very chaotic. Is it the best party game? No, because it's so simple, but it's very friendly for people that do not play board games or card games that much. If you want a game that has special actions and special abilities, a little bit more strategy, and you want it to be a party game, this may not be the game for you. But if you don't care about that and you just want simple, crazy, chaotic fun, then I think this game will actually fit the bill. There you go, Spaceteam, the party game. But I will see you guys on the next video. Bye, guys.